Let's go back in time a bit. So it's 2017 and I'm at the back end of my master's film degree. I was making a film called Happy Hour. It was a neo-noir thriller and I literally gave it my all. Whether it was absorbing reference material, films, poetry, even Dante's 7 Layers of Hell, I threw it in. I was trying to bring that richness to the film. From sorting out locations such as torture warehouses, sourcing guns, police dogs, I was doing all sorts of producing, and it was intense, it was stressful. I don't really drink caffeine because of the Red Bull trip, and that's a story for another time. But there was one moment during producing where I was so stressed, I had 3 espressos in a row, and I nearly had a fucking heart attack, and that shit was crazy. Jimmy, if you're listening, you were in the car with me. You remember how wild that time was. The point is, I gave everything I had at that point in time to the film. I gave everything and more. Now, as part of our degrees at BU, we had to analyze what went well in the film and what didn't go so good. So, I'm writing my paper, I'm writing down all the elements of the mise-en-scène that went nicely and the things that didn't go so good. And at the end of the paper I wrote, to conclude analysis of Happy Hour, it is fair to say I've made an absolutely terrible film. When I wrote that, I genuinely felt the pain. However, my tutor at the time, great guy, great tutor, Ian Fleming, I always refer to him as my whiplash director. He was blunt, he was honest, but you sure as hell respected what he said and you implemented whatever he told you. And he said to me, along the lines of, Mike, chill out, don't be so intense, take it easy on yourself. Now, since 2017, I haven't actually made a live action film. I did make Divia in 2021 during COVID time, an animated film. And there are reasons for that. Chiefly, building a business, getting married, and lots of personal growth in the interim. But I've always felt like something's been missing. Because here's the thing, getting married, best thing I've ever done. Building a business, incredible. The freedom of working with my best friend every day, I love that. But the one thing that's missing is purpose. The whole reason I became a filmmaker is to uplift my culture, uplift the cultures around me, and imbue messages within the art with the hope of evoking some real form of social change. If I can strike up a conversation or a dialogue within someone's mind once they watch my film and they're changed in a slight way, that's what art's all about. And I've had that hunger for these past few years, but life and business took over. But now I've got the ability to reconnect with my passion, my purpose, and who I really am. So here's the deal. In 2021, I started making a film called Yaksa. Sadly, due to the pandemic, we weren't able to make it, but nothing's holding us back now. So, it's my pleasure to announce that Yaksa is officially back in pre-production, aiming to film this summer. To you guys watching, thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm going to share more about my process of making the film. And yeah, stick around, you might see something you like. Thanks for listening, and peace.
Funny thing about love is you never